So it was over 3 months ago now I picked up this Pokemon tin, the tin that started it all. I'd been watching Retro Rick and the $10 game series that he did, build the collection. I'd been selling a few trainers on eBay. I'd been doing like a little side hustle. I came across Pokemon Steven, and as much as that was for him doing the trading and what he'd achieved on eBay, it also just brought Pokemon back into focus. And I probably didn't expect it to spiral to where it has already. And not just with Pokemon. As a kid, I played Magic, and I've enjoyed TCGs in general. And so it's been certainly a spiral into where we've ended up. So after watching all this, I just wanted to get my hands back on some cards. I took to Facebook Marketplace and I found these for free. I thought, what a great place to start. So after pretending they were for my daughter, because pokey shame is real, you quickly get over it. But back then, why would a near 40-year-old man want Pokemon cards? I went and picked up the tin. Here it is. And if I'm honest, I wasn't even sure what I was looking at. Sure, I'd watched a few videos, but I'd been out of it for 20 years. The last time I had held Pokemon cards, I was trading base set Charizards for a wagon wheel and first pick in the footy match at lunchtime. You forget what you've learned, how to identify set, different eras, what types of cards, rarities, SIRs. There's so much that you kind of pick up and you forget that you've learned. And I was keen at the time to do content about it, but you get carried away. Life gets in the way. So here we are, slightly more long form video. And if it's all right, let's jump in and let's have a look at what actually was in this tin. 365 in total cards. 76 of them were energy, which left 289 non-energy cards. So we have got a mixture of eras here. Now an era ties to the game. So with the release of the game sparks a new era, and then there's multiple sets of cards within that era. The most recent set, so the current set, is Scarlet and Violet. That's starting to draw to a close. We're halfway through 2025. Scarlet and Violet saw the English cards adopt the silver border, which had been present with the Japanese cards for a long while, and brought it in line. The silver border has been present in other cards, but I think some of the hits like the EX cards and had been around in English for a little while, but it saw the move solely to the silver border. We also have the more traditional yellow bordered cards. So this was Sword and Shield era within this set here. So we'll pull one of each up so we can see side-by-side comparison. But from Sword and Shield, which had set symbols, Scarlet and Violet now has a code system, a 3-letter code for the sets that have come out. So that can be seen down the bottom of the card, the bottom left. There's also like a rotation letter. That's part of the actual competitive game. It shows what cards are legal. As you move through time, older letters drop off and only newer letters are allowed. While we're down there as well, you can also see there's the card number and the total number of cards in that set. Confusingly, the number can extend past that though, because there are secret rares they're classed as. So even though it says there's 172 cards in the set, you may find cards going all the way up to 200. It depends on the set. Also down there you have the rarity symbol. So circle is for commons. We've got diamonds, which are uncommons, and stars, which are rares. There are more that go outside of this. In this book, there's only those three, so we'll stay there. There's probably another video all in itself. Okay, so I'm well aware that there's going to be loads of exceptions to this, and you'll tell me all about it down below. But from my understanding, Scarlet and Violet, if you've got holo, then the artwork is holographic, and the border, the silver is, I'll pull it up on screen, but the border is holo as well. I think in the older sets, the border wasn't holo in the yellow, it was just the artwork that was holographic. And then reverse hollows is the inverse of that. So in Scarlet and Violet, not the border or the illustration, you can see it here, it's everything, but it's the inverse of that. And the same with the older era stuff. So, quick summary. 365 cards in total. 76 of them were energy. That left 289 split between 103 Sword and Shield, 186 Scarlet and Violet. Within there was 20 hollows and 41 reverse hollows. So if you've been on Facebook and you've been in any of these groups, you'll see people from time to time offering to buy bulk. Prices can vary, but currently for modern stuff, I think a penny for a common or uncommon, 4p for any non-holo rares, so that's stretching back to that Sword and Shield era, 5p for a holo, 6p for a reverse holo. 'You're going to get variations, but that doesn't feel wildly off it. So if we were to value the tin based on those prices, it comes to £5.95. Now, could you sell it for that? I don't know, maybe someone locally, if they'd put it on Facebook for a fiver for over 300 cards, arguably you would have got it. So what value do these cards have? If you're collecting these sets, then these can go straight into your binder. If you've got blanks, then they're valuable to you if in completing your sets. If not, then they're tokens, they're trading tokens. It's a trading card game at the end of the day. Get out, find a community, try and trade them. Find if these were sets that you weren't wanting to collect, but people had your set, 1 for 1, like on the playground, you trade for what you've got and what you need. You can sell them, sure, eBay. The issue is with bulk cards is they're worth so little that postage becomes a massive proportion of it. So if you're paying 87p for a second class stamp in the UK and the card's only worth 10p, you've got to get quite a few cards for me to make it feel worth paying that 87p, potentially. The other place in the UK I'm aware of is Card Market. If I'm missing anywhere, please jump down in the comments, let me know where I should be looking to sell them. But Card Market is a place that you can sell bulk cards. Now, I just thought it'd be interesting to see what this tin was worth. Now, again, cards vary. This is all modern stuff, so I've kind of taken an average. I've said that common and uncommons maybe 4p. If you filter to the UK, that's the sort of price that they're moving for. Non-rare hollows 20 odd p, 22 I did them at. Hollows at 40 and reverse hollows at 50p. If you base it all on that, then these cards then are worth £22. That isn't taking into any account any of the fees for on Card Market, which I believe to be about 13%. If you do that, it's £19. If you do this as a business, you've still got tax to pay on this. But as you can see, cards that you could purchase at a bulk price for £5.95 potentially could earn you nearly £20 if you scale that up. Are you going to sell them all? Who knows? I don't know. I'm right at the start of this, but this is what got me started and got me thinking. As of now, I've still not sold a single thing, so it's all hypothetical. Maybe these don't sell on Card Market. I don't know. You tell me. But this is where the journey started. I also think the key to this is having a lot of cards. If you can go to one person and complete your master set, and for one lot of postage, you're getting 50 cards, and that's what you needed, then it becomes worth it. But that means that whoever's selling it has to have a huge amount of cards. I don't know, but I would guess that if I was to list this near 300 cards on Card Market, I'd struggle to sell them just because I didn't have the variety or the quantity of people. You know, there's multiple sets here. It's not like it was even all of one set. So I think it's the economy of scale here where you start to get the interest. So we'll leave that one there. We're 3 months on from this point. Not that we've really sold very much yet. Card Market account is set up. If that's of interest, we'll be doing some more on that. I also next bought a £20 bulk lot of cards off Facebook Marketplace. So stay tuned. I'll do a review of that. It was certainly different to this one. Whether it worked out better or worse, I still don't know. But thanks for joining. I hope you found it interesting. Don't forget, it's your hobby. Do it how you want.